Welcome back to Snow Day video part 2. We're going to look inside the D2L shell. The first thing I want to show you is the Lynda.com. If you want to see one of the Lynda.com videos, I think it works better if you'll open up a tab in whichever browser that you're using. Go ahead and get into Lynda and then click on the link for the video that you want to see. So let me get to the content area, and table of contents. I'm going to go down to chapter 2. We have our chapter 2 videos, but you can see there are a lot of Lynda.com videos here. I'll just click on this one about grouping data using a histogram, except I don't want to click on it yet. First, I want to open up a tab in this browser. I'm using the Firefox browser. So I'll go up here at the top and I'll open up a new tab. And I'm going to go to Google. I'm going to let Google find the ITD website where I can access Lynda. So just type in Google. And then in the search box, Lynda, L-Y-N-D-A, Lynda.com at MTSU. And we'll let Google search for it. And Google finds our link for us, and then all we have to do is click on it. Now we scroll down, and accessing Lynda.com with your MTSU account, it says log into the access portal at, and then it gives you the link. This is to the My Apps page. You'll have your Office apps, and at the bottom is where there'll be a link to the Lynda. Sometimes this page is a little bit flaky, but let me click on the link. Sometimes it'll show you the apps for Office, but then it doesn't show you the ones down at the bottom for Lynda. I've seen it go the other way around too. But this case, Lynda's showing up. The link for the Lynda's showing up. So I'll just click on Lynda, and hopefully it will identify me. In this case it worked. Now sometimes that part doesn't work. Sometimes what you may have to do is to close out whatever tab opens up because it's not letting you in there, and go back to the My Apps and just click on Lynda again. But this time it worked. It's inside there. This is all the different videos. Well, it doesn't show all of them. I can click on See All to see all of them. But I have several of them that I've been looking at in the past. But all I wanted to do was just get inside Lynda, and now I can go back up to my chapter 2, go up to the tab up here, and let's say I wanted to look at the one on creating a histogram, and I just click on that link, and it should just go into Lynda and open that up. Evidently I already opened this one earlier because it says continue watching. Now the level of access that you have to this lets you use the exercise files. It's not showing up, exercise files. Let's see if I can make this a little wider. Yeah. Alright, now it's showing exercise files. But all of this data that's in here, you don't have to type that in when you look at these videos. You can click on this and download the exercise files. And then once you have them downloaded, they're zipped. It's a zip document. Then you can unzip it, and it usually references them by chapter. But you click on, let's say, chapter 5, and you can go in there and open up that file, and then when you watch the video, you'll have the data in it that you're seeing inside the video. But it just makes it much more meaningful in terms of the interaction. Now let's go back to the course shell, and let's go back to the course home. Now the next thing I want to show you is how this course shell has been structured to follow along with some of the research that's been done. If you go into Cengage this should open up the ebook. Just click on the little link here to open it up in another window. And let's say that I wanted to do the homework in chapter 1. Well, one way I can do it, once again, it's showing that up. It should not be showing this. Now it's hidden. I open up the chapter 1, and if you look in the schedule document, you'll see all these things are listed because these are visible. But I'm in here, I want to do the homework. So I come down here to the bottom, and the homework, the ones that count, you'll see this orange counts towards grade. So the assignment in chapter 1 is the only homework task that actually counts. And here you can see it's due on February the 1st. Don't wait till February the 3rd to do it, but that's when it's due. That's when you won't be able to access it anymore. But you could click on this and it would take you to that assignment. Right? Now, rather than have to dig your way through the ebook to access these, this course page has been set up. Let me go back to the table of contents. So if you want to get the homework done in chapter 1, you can just click on chapter 1 and then click on the homework assignments. And there it is. Now when I click on it, what it should do, it should go into the ebook and open up that chapter and go to this assignment. And then you can click on a link that'll start the assignment for you. I have to remember not to touch anything when it's doing this. Whoops. Looks like it's opened up another window because it's way outside of the window of my recording mechanism. Hopefully you'll be able to see this on the video. But I'm just sitting here waiting for it to get to the point to where I can see the link to click on it to get to the assignment. It's telling me it's loading right now. Alright, start assignment now. So I can click on that and then it should open up the assignment. Now this assignment has 7 separate problems in it. This particular problem, there's some data that you have. You also have a link here to an Excel file. If you click on that link, you'll download that Excel file and then you can access all of this data. And you have to put in the answer to multiple questions here. Now, all 7 of these are worth 25 points. If you only answered one of these and then submitted it, then the most you could get would be 1/7 of 25 points. But you have 2 submissions, plus you have check my work. Now I'm going to try to scroll this down. I'm not sure how visible this is. But over at the bottom on the right hand side, it's not showing up in the area here. Let me see if I can get this to resize. But at the bottom there's a check my work. Up at the top there's a check my work. You want to answer all of the questions before you hit the check my work, because it will check all of these. Now this number 1 is independent of number 2. Okay? You just get 1 check my work, but you get 2 submissions. When you do the second one, if you don't like the score that you made on the first submission, you can do it over again. But sometimes the data changes, so don't expect it to be exactly the same problem. But then you'll have access to another check my work. But if you get to question number 2, there's another check my work for question 2. But don't just answer one of them and then do the check my work. Answer all of the questions before you click on the check my work. All right? But everything's prorated. The 25 points, 1/7, there's 7 questions. 1/7 of them are allocated to this question. And then the different parts of them, they have equal weight. Now, let's go back. Let's see, this is a different page. So I'm hoping that what's visible now is I've gone back to the D2L shell here. And then go back to the table of contents. But you have 500 points, and you have kind of direct access to that by just going to the homework area inside the D2L shell. But the research, what it indicated was that what people did if they had an online environment like this is that they didn't really go through and read the first section and the second section and the third section and so forth. What they did is they went straight to the homework. And if they get into the homework and they don't know how to do it, well, then they start looking at the material. So this has been organized so that if you want to do it that way, you can. You can just go in here and click directly on these links to the homework. And then if you need to, you can close the homework assignment. And it should put you right in the ebook in the area where this material is covered. So it won't be that hard to find how to actually do that particular exercise. Now, let's go back to course on. And that's kind of the completion of it. If you want to send me email, send it to buddy.freeman@mtsu.edu. When I get the hours for the lab, I'll put those in here. All you have to do is click on that link to access that. And if things change during the semester, I'll update the material that's in here. But enjoy the snow. I think we're up to about 2.5 inches now here at my house. But enjoy the snow and have a wonderful day.